Welcome back, everybody, to the Blazer Victory Podcast, an emergency episode of the Blazer Victory Podcast, where it is 10 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, and Darian and I are hopping on because, Darian, we've had phone calls, we've had DMs, we've had messages, and when you get 4 or 5 legit sources text you that, hey, this is about to happen, this is emergency worthy, and this is why we are coming in your feed late Tuesday night. Some of you guys probably won't listen to us until Wednesday morning, but all sources indicate that UAB has targeted Trent Dilfer, former Super Bowl winning quarterback, as its next head coach for UAB football. So, Darian, what are just some thoughts? I mean, this was a guy that we knew was a legit candidate months ago, probably back in late September or October. But to be honest, I never really gave it 2 cents because I'm like, okay, I mean, yeah, it's cool, high school coach, but former Super Bowl. So I mean, the name is there, but I just never really gave it serious thought until now.
It is insane. Like this is crazy. Like this is man. This is a hell of a gamble.
It is.
There's a lot of smoke. There's pretty much fire. We say smoke and fire. We've seen a lot of accounts now tweet this out at this point where we at.
See, Bruce Feldman just tweeted Ross Dellinger. Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah. The UAB is definitely going to attempt to hire Trent Dilfer as its next head coach.
Yeah, it's this is what's going on. This is it. Like we're here. Well, to talk about some of the, probably the reasons that led up to this. As I have heard that there is, some concerns about resources. Basically, what does resources look like, raising to AAC levels as time goes on. I think it was some concerns with certain coaches about that. So I don't think it was about the starting budget. I think it was about the continuation, if that makes sense. Like, what are we going to do? Are we committed to raising said budget as we progress along in the AAC? It seems like some people are concerned about it. I think some of the bigger names. Not bigger names. I don't know if you do it. This is the biggest name? This is the most flashiest name?
Yeah, see, I see what you're saying. I mean, when you've got people like, that were kind of thrown in the loop of being mixed with this UAB job, whether that's a Justin Fuente, whether that's a Tom Herman, some of these bigger names. I mean, maybe, UAB is just now, entering the AAC. UAB is not going to have full AAC money for a few more years. So, I mean, maybe UAB and Mark Ingram, realized very quickly that, hey, we're not going to be able to get that, super big time former FBS head coach, name. But, Trent Dilfer, most people know who Trent Dilfer is. Now, a lot of people don't know that he's actually been a high school coach up in Tennessee these last few years. But because a lot of people know him as the Super Bowl winning quarterback in the NFL and a longtime NFL, veteran, and, also on ESPN. So, I mean, this is a name that should resonate with a lot of people when, UAB fans hear Trent Dilfer, that should kind of ring a bell. So,
we could stop with the hey, it's looking like it's gonna be. I just got the ESPN Pete Thamel.
Oh, okay.
Got that just came across my phone. Former Super Bowl champion QB Trent Dilfer expected to become next head coach at UAB. So here we are. Here we are.
I mean, hey, honestly, look, of all things considered, was I getting legit worried that Skip Holtz might be a finalist for this job? Yeah, Because when we were, kind of hitting the phones and talking with people, like the most common or the common name that always came up was Skip Holtz. And then you started to see it in the articles, Football Scoop, S Sports Illustrated. People were just mentioning Skip Holtz. So it was starting to get, I was getting legit worried that, hey, Skip Holtz might be getting this job. But I always had hope that, Mark Ingram had a bigger name in his back pocket. And this is certainly that bigger name. And it is coming out of his back pocket. But Darren, let's, for UAB fans are for AAC fans or college football fans listening to this podcast wondering why would UAB want to take a chance on a guy like Trent Dilfer that has no football head coach experience at the college level? Like, in your opinion, what do you think made Mark Ingram say, you know what, Trent Dilfer, that's worth the risk. Let's take a chance on him.
Yeah, this is wild. Because he is coaching at an academy school in Tennessee now. What's it, Lipscomb
Academy? Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not even like a big, like a big time. It's an academy school. Now he did take a job at a school that was a losing program, and he made them state championship players and programs there. But why would they do that? Well, he is accomplished Super Bowl champion. He is talked about a lot as for his acumen and his knowledge amongst NFL circles. You can even find a viral video of Matt Hasselbeck talking about how Trent Dilfer was the one to show him how to be a professional in the NFL, and he just showed him the ropes and just giving him his praise. I think another important tidbit is like he was the head quarterback coaches of the Elite 11 camps. Everybody knows about the Elite 11. It's very prestigious. Trent Dilfer is the guy there. So you know that his name is probably ringing in the recruiting world already. It has to be, because he has a lot of connection with players because he's hands-on in those camps. And he's just a splashy name. So if we're looking around and we're looking at the terrain, you have Dion that came from high school, right? Dion was able to get the number one player because of his name. Now, it's a lot of differences. I want people to understand that. Like, some people don't understand that Dion went to HBCU. It's about culture. So it was a lot more going on with that as far as in culture. It was a different way to connect with people. And this is not that. And then that's Dion. That's prime time. Like, that's two different things. But I think there's been some similarities being connected to that. And then, he's well off. So I know money is not a thing. It was already, I heard about this rumor like a month ago. I heard that he really, really wanted the job. Like, he was really pushing hard. And that he wasn't concerned with money. I would have to think about this. I want people to think, really, something has to be attached to this hire. If I'm Mark Ingram, if I'm the AD of a school coming from CUSA to the AAC, and we have been winning championships here. This isn't freaking New Mexico State. This isn't, somebody, Middle Tennessee. Like, I don't want to throw shade on Middle Tennessee, but you know what I mean.
Right.
We have been winning we have been the standard in CUSA. We are a plus program. We are a positive addition to the AAC. There is no way he is willing to gamble his career. This is his career, guys. This hire will make or break Mark Ingram. Whether you like this hire or not, this guy has some cojones on him. Like, I couldn't do this as an AD, man. I would have just stuck with Brian Vincent and said, let's run it back.
Right. Yeah. Honestly, same here, man. I was thinking, I would be probably doing the same thing. Like, because you've got, a proven, like, he's been a part of the culture. And, yeah, this year didn't go as well as, we all wanted it to. But hey, let's, give him another year or two and see how it goes. But no, Mark Ingram said, hey, Trent Dilfer, it's a big name. It's worth the risk. And I mean, high risk, high reward. I mean, that's what he's going for. Because let's all be honest. Mark Ingram loves it at UAB. I'm assuming that's what the word around town is, that he loves being at UAB. But I mean, when Auburn's giving him a look during the AD search, you've got Mississippi State. You've got a bunch of schools that are going to be looking at this hire if they're seriously interested in Mark Ingram as being, their next athletic director. I certainly hope that, Mark Ingram stays here at UAB for a long time, because I like Mark, and I thought, he's had really good coaching hires, whether they be Andy Kennedy, basketball, Casey Dunn, and some others. But man, this is this is kind of an out of the box, risk. But hey, it on paper, it looks sexy. So
I don't know. This is a risk is selling. This is either you're gonna get for Mark Ingram, either he's gonna get a Power 5 SEC job after this because UAB is the 30th, 20th ranked recruiting class, and we have been running the AAC type of hire, or we're gonna freaking tank. Mm-hmm. I want people to understand we ain't this isn't a mediocrity. Hey, we're gonna win. No, this is boom or bust. This is pushing all of the craps, like we're going all in on craps. We're pushing everything in the middle of the table, saying let's do it. Mm-hmm. But my thing is like, if I'm Mark Ingram, there has to be something attached to this. Like, I understand we're going to the AAC. This is going to make rounds everywhere. This is going to trend. This is going to be the talk of college football for a while.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to the AAC. We are the family member that came 35 minutes late to the function, but we're dressed in Prada, and we are like Tada, like we are going for it. I want people to understand we are the one. We come into the AAC Thanksgiving dinner. We came in there and we kicked the door down, and we got a Corvette outside, and it's but there has to be something attached to it. There's no way that I am banking my career on just, hey, I'm gonna hire him and see how it turns out. Like, Mark Ingram spoke about the portal, want to be ahead of the portal date, and he wanted to be ahead of recruiting. He also spoke about the need for head coaching experience. He emphasized that all of the coaches he talked to had years of head coaching experience. There is something that made him turn heel here. There's something that he was like, I'm willing to risk it all.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is a business. This guy isn't stupid. My thinking is there has to be something recruiting wise attached to this. Like, there must be guys wanting to play for Trent Dilfer. I don't see. If anybody have any other ideas, please let me know, because if I'm an AD, I'm not attaching my name to it unless I know, man, it's like 4 or 5 star guys that's already, they want to come play or they want to transfer over. That's all I can think of, man. You tell me, John.
Well, no, I want to go on further with it. We were just talking before we started recording, Darian, and with him running this, Elite 11 quarterback camp, can you imagine if UAB, eventually able to get a 5-star quarterback on the South Side? Like, or get 5-star talent. Like, if you can get that in Birmingham, like, the sky's the limit, man. Like, And you've got Trent Dilfer coming in, who already has, supposedly a lot of money, playing in the NFL for so long, being an NFL analyst on ESPN for so long. And I mean, the guy's been coaching in high school for the last few years, with that resume. Clearly, he's not hurting for money. So if you can, no idea what the offer is to Trent Dilfer from UAB, but if you can get him around at $1 million or a little lower than that, I mean, and it pay off, like this is going to be really, this has the potential to be a really good hire for UAB and for Mark Ingram.
Yeah, really good or really awful.
Well, yeah. All right. And the reverse of that is, this could just be just god awful. Like this could just be bad.
Yeah, I want people to understand that. This is 50-50. I don't know where to go because honestly, after seeing everything with Jeff Saturday and seeing how a lot of people were skipped over for their job for him to go with Jeff, like I kind of feel like this with, like, think about Brian Vincent, man. This is a dude that's been coaching for a long damn time.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of coaches that's been coaching for a while, and I know they're gonna look at this hire and say, "What the hell?" Like, so I know there's gonna be a lot of pushback to this. It's like, wow, like guys that aren't qualified. This is me going on Indeed, and I just took a gamble at the defensive coordinator job, and they was like, all right, we like how you talk on the Blazer Pod, and we like the influence that y'all be like, oh, I got the job. This is a big swing, like, but I know this is gonna upset a lot of people. So, and I understand that honestly, because it's what is work experience now, like, especially at this level, at this job, for somebody with no experience, none, no coordinator. Let's be clear.
Right.
He's no kind of coordinator on this level. Mm-hmm. Not in NAIA, D3, nothing. It's high school. And he hasn't even been doing that long, to be honest.
No, he's only on his, was it 4th year? But no, granted, in those 4 years, they've gone 40, or through 3 seasons. It looks like they went 43-10, and before that, before he got on, they were 3-19. So he's turned that high school program around.
Yeah,
but this ain't high school ball now.
this ain't nothing close. So my question is, let's get into the critic side of it. What does he know about running a program? What does he know about the hours you have to put in as just being a part of the program? What does he know about being the face?
This is what's going to be so important for Trent Dilfer, is that he's going to have to surround his coaching staff with experienced people that have been in college football for a long time, that are familiar with the Southeast. I mean, it's going to be vital to see what if again, we're all assuming he accepts this job. The offer is out there. We're all assuming that Trent Dilfer is going to be the new football coach at UAB, but yeah, he's going to have to hire some really experienced coaches. Now, is he going to retain some of the guys that are already on the staff? I don't know. I don't see why not. I mean, you've got guys that have been familiar with this, with Alabama high school, with the area, with being in competing against UTSA, North Texas, like. But I also see the other side that Dilfer coming in wants to have his whole staff, his guys in. So I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting time for UAB football. But now let's get into also, Darren, because we're about 20 minutes in. I don't want this to be too long, but I do want people to know that we can expect a decision as early as Wednesday morning. So, I mean, maybe if you're listening to this Wednesday morning, afternoon, they might announce it. But they could wait as long as Friday. I think the original plan was probably going to be Friday, and then, hey, Steve Irvine sent that tweet out and get everybody crazy. So I do think that timeline has been moved up. So I definitely can see this being official sometime Wednesday. Probably Wednesday afternoon, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I would say probably around sometime around noon time because once Pete Thamel get the, but most time once Pete, to me, he's the guy. Like once he
Yeah.
breaking stuff, then it's almost. But I can say that they did do this with Willie Fritz, and Brent Key got the job for whatever reason. I don't know what happened, but I don't know what this says. I don't know what this says. About the UAB job. I don't know if Mark just. There's a lot to be said about this hire, and honestly, we won't have the full complete grade on this until we see.
Oh, it's a wait and see. Hey, we got to see it. Yeah, we definitely got to see it.
Now it's going to start in recruiting. It's going to start with where he's going to have to. This is going to be if he ends up being successful. This is another movie. UAB is just giving Hollywood ideas after ideas because the return was one idea. He's going to have to basically win over the players that's already there. That is very real. Like we could be looking at a mass exodus here because of how bad the coaches. I mean, not how bad the players wanted Coach B. They don't. BB is not. This official. He's not going to be the guy. We're bringing in somebody with no experience. How does he? What does he know about running a program? Like you said, he's going to need experience. That's going to be the most important thing he can have on his side because he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He's Super Bowl ESPN analyst. He has a great football mind. I want people to know that. Like he's a football junkie.
Yes.
Nerd. I'm very interested in his philosophy. He's in the things that he's gonna want to run. We're gonna get a big shakeup from what we've been running. Let's understand. But let's go ahead. If Debo's gonna get second, third, fourth round, Debo is gone. Let's and hopefully we get to keep Skull. Like, look, what if I was Dylan, I would want to stay and play for Trent Dilfer. I don't think it's too many people you can learn from that's better. Man, recruiting is going to be the first tip. All eyes are going to be on UAB. And if we flop in recruiting, if we flop in the transfer portal, the buzzards are going to be surrounding.
My boy Brett McMurphy tweeting now, man. Okay, yeah, it's done. It's done. Hey, when Brett comes in, it's done.
It's done. He's going to be the guy. This is true. This is it. This is true, guys. Like, and honestly, we're not going to have a complete grade for you. This is ballsy, man. I don't know if I want to say that on here.
Hey, I love it. Honestly, I love it. And for those of y'all that just don't know how close that we got to hiring Skip Holtz, he was a finalist. Like, hey, I will take Trent Dilfer in a heartbeat now. Like, and hey, look, Trent Dilfer's trending on Twitter now. See, so UAB's gonna be trending too. So
wow, this is
that proves your point, man. All eyes on UAB now.
All eyes on UAB. We've made the splashy entrance into the AAC. We put the spotlight on us. We're not used to being this program. This isn't our MO. And Mark Ingram, he showed up in his mink coat and his vodka. And he said, "Put it all in, baby." Like, let's ride. Like, we're going all in. Let's hop in. We're either gonna drown or we're gonna thrive. We're gonna do something. I know a lot of people was wanting something to be done. Well, they wanted a shakeup. They wanted something to get out of mediocrity, right? Like, well, you got your wish plus more. This is the whole other spectrum. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
Definitely. Hey, I'm excited though. I can't, I'm just anxious, eager. Number one, let's see what that contract is, get it signed, and and also I'm relieved. because
It's over.
this has been such a. I mean, hey, UAB fans aren't used to having these coaching searches. You know, Bill Clark was there for such a long time, and I mean, here we are, and yeah, just relieved, and I'm sure everybody else is too. You know, candidates, families. I mean, everybody's relieved. I know there's hurt. I know there's hurt feelings. I know there's a lot of hurt out there. But you know, I'm just glad that we're all just kind of able to move forward now.
Yeah, this is. Here we are,
Hey,
man.
but
I don't
guys,
know.
let us know what y'all think. You know, reply to this. If you see it on Twitter, on Facebook, or on YouTube, reply and let us know your thoughts on the hiring of Trent Dilfer for UAB football. But Darren, you want to close us out for now?
Hey, Blazer Nation, we're either gonna ride or we gonna crash. But
Oh, don't do that. Hey,
hey,
we
Blazer,
gonna host that trophy up like old Trent Dilfer did when he won that Super Bowl. Yeah.
that is very much the goal. So Blazer Nation, forget riding. We're either gonna fly high or we're going to drown in the ocean. But Blazer Nation, we are moving. Let's ride.
Let's ride.